Welcome once again, our dear listeners, to Alpha TV in Rwanda. My name is Alpha. Let us go international scene. Rwanda plans expansion to 3 new African routes. The national carrier Rwanda has announced the plans to expand its African footprint, a move that would see the airline adding 3 more routes on the continent. Rwanda Chief Commercial Officer Andrew Besti Owi confirmed the development in an exclusive interview of the New Times, pointing out that through its expansion strategy, the airline is keen on building strong and effective intra-African connectivity. The new routes include Maputo in Mozambique, Zanzibar in Tanzania, and Rwanda in Angola. Also to be resumed is the Mombasa route, which had been previously suspended. The African market remains underserved, especially when you look at the number of African-bound passengers have that to pass through Europe to be able to reach another African destination. Mr. always said like that, which is above. As a glowing airline, he high-lifted Rwanda has embarked on an ambitious strategy where it seeks to facilitate links between businesses, governments, and people, enabling world trade, investment, tourism, and travel, among other key economic activities. When asked about the new routes, Owi maintained that Rwanda is in direct talks with the respective governments, declining to divulge further details. He, however, did not share any timeline. The strategy is also aimed at harmonizing profit and cost. The low level of intra-African air connectivity continues to deprive the continent and its people of reaching their full potential. Experts in the aviation industry have long advocated to remove obstacles hindering the industry's expansion and connectivity. Airline chiefs have also called on African governments to open aviation market and allow for more routes and more flights where regulatory impediments were blocking growth. In Rwanda, again breaking colonial military miss in Rwanda. The newly commissioned officer cadets during a parade at Rwanda Military Academy in Gako on Monday, April 15th, who would have guessed if you have been pumping out your chest in the belief that you are no longer captive to remnant of colonial legacy. Military Mr. Parish the tough. On the other day, of 15th 2024, the last of these meets was exploded at cadet commissioning ceremony at the Rwanda Military Academy. Gako was it the last? Let's hope. It was a little thing, really, still it look everyone attended, or otherwise followed the cadet commissioning ceremony by surprise. During commands at the parade way in Kinyarwanda, all along way in the RDF parades has our language been. What I know is that before this, Kinyarwanda military commands had last been here with the spare allowable billing. Rwandan loyal warriors of the years before 1899. This is before the arrival of German colonialists. They silenced the Kinyarwanda language to use German or Kiswahili, picked up in Zanzibar to communicate with Rwandanism. However, for parades, it was structurally Germany. Gebalish to Rwandan, but they piloted it all the same because as well as they were absorbed into the colonial military ranks or simply used as a carrier corps. Indeed, the carrier corps were also common that in many ex-colonies. You will hear the corrupted carrier corps for carriers corps, named after city states. From about 1899, when Germany colonized this country, the military command language was Gibalish German. Rwandans didn't suffer the burden for long. However, as in 1919, they were offered to Belgians as a protectorate by the League of Nations. Protectorate Mayhof, it turned out to be a societal called Destruction Campaign. Belgians didn't like Rwandan warriors one little bit, even if the feeling was mature. The Belgians, since there was no love lost between the two parties, therefore decided to outsource security from outside. And outside the guests from where in being offered to Belgians, Rwanda had the misfortune of being grafted onto the next door outside the colony known as Belgian Congo. Alas, Rwanda was not alone. She has another misfortune of being bundled onto Belgian Congo with the Burundi. In Belgian Congo and Rwanda are called the Urundi Trio, the combination perhaps being the source of the salyness that gnaws at this country today. And I don't need your visa among tells UK is in the Parliament Speaker in the Parliament of Uganda. Parliament Speaker Anita Amongi interacts with the leader of opposition in Parliament, and Eli Senyonyi as the L2 South Member of Parliament. Parliament Speaker Anita Amongi has trashed the allegations that she owns the property in the United Kingdom, UK. Further reiterating that she does not care about sanctions impeding her from traveling to the European country. Parliament Speaker Anita Amongi said, I'm told that I have many assets in the UK and lots of accounts in the UK. Unfortunately, I have only been in the UK once. I don't even have a pussycat in the UK. Amongi said as she opened the plenary sitting on Friday in her first verbal reaction to UK. Among insisted that the sanction is only premised on her passing of the anti-gay law in 2023. On Tuesday, Among and ex-ministers Agnes Nantundu and Mary Goretti Kitutu were sanctioned over corruption regarding the controversial Karamoja iron sheet. Among revealed that she had been believed about the ramifications of said sanctions, noting that she found them and this member of parliament, they found these people are toothless. At an appropriate time, the head of state will also respond to it. Sanctions because it is an indictment on the Parliament of Uganda. Among directed the Minister of Foreign Affairs to prepare and furnish Parliament with the detailed responses to the sanctions. But the leader of opposition in Parliament, Joel Senyonyi, demanded the government to vehemently tackle corruption by conclusively settling cases in which government officials are named. According to Uganda's ombudsman, the total cost of corruption in the country is estimated over shillings 10 trillion per year amid hundreds of unresolved graft-related cases. In Kenya, President William Ruto postponed the reopening of all schools until further notice. The Minister of Education is directed to postpone the dates of reopening of all schools in the country of Kenya for the second term until further notice. All this paragraph words, it is said by the President of Kenya, William Ruto Samoei. President William Ruto has directed the Minister of Education to postpone the reopening of all schools until further notice. He gave the directive on Friday during his national address. The postponement, Ruto said, follows as a warning by the meteorological department that indicated that the flooding situation is likely to get daily with the ongoing rains. In Tanzania, weatherman called for precaution as Cyclone Hidaya intensifies. The authority says the cyclone is expected to persist until May 6, 2024 and weaken thereafter. And in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania Meteorological Authority TMA has urged the residents in coastal regions to exercise utmost caution in light of the heightened intensity of Cyclone Hidaya. The caution also goes to all those involved in maritime activities in the ocean and other nearby water bodies. The authority has also advised the Tanzanians to continue monitoring and heeding weather forecast as well as precautionary information from the weatherman. A former tropical depression over the South India Ocean north and northeast of Comoros strengthened on Wednesday, and Meteo France La Réunion designated the system as tropical cyclone Hidaya. A TMA statement issued on Friday, May 3rd, 2024, says the authorities was tracking Cyclone Hidaya on the Indian Ocean's eastern coast of Tanzania. Noting the hurricane has continued to intensify as it moves towards the coastal areas of the country. By 9 o'clock a.m. on Monday, 3rd, 2024, it had further strengthened and reached the status of a full-fledged cyclone approximately 401 kilometers east of coast of Mtwara, region parts of the statement. TMA says the trajectory of the weather systems at sea still indicates a high probability of Cyclone Hidaya maintaining its full cyclone status for the next 12 hours while escalating and continuing to approach the Tanzanian coast. The authority says the cyclone is expected to persist until May 6, 2024, and weaken thereafter, and TMA pledges to continue monitoring the movement of Cyclone Hidaya. In South Sudan, President sacks Central Equatorial Governor. And in May 2nd, 2024, in Juba, capital city, South Sudan President Salva Kiir Mayardit has sacked the Central Equatorial State Governor Emmanuel Anthony Adir, replacing him with General Ogotino Jadalawani. President Kiir's decree was announced on the state-owned television SCBC on Saturday night. Adili, a member of the ruling party, was appointed a governor in June 2020. General Jadaya had previously served as the country's deputy minister of Interior. In a separate decree, the South Sudanese leader removed the deputy governor of Western Equatorial State, Kennedy Ganiko, replacing him with Elia Richard. No reasons were cited in the both gubernatorial orders signed by the president. Our dear listeners, let us we finished here in this our international scene, and I wish you to be with us in a good more feelings. Thank you.
Muraho, nitwa Nigena Josiane, nkaba nkorera company yitwa MU Insurance ishami rya Nyabugogo. Product dutanga harimo motor insurance, harimo fire insurance, general accident insurance, engineering insurance, Bama bonds, marine insurance, money insurance, travel insurance, aviation insurance n'izindi. Twabashishikarizaga rero kutugana, dutanga service nziza. Tukaba twari mu kimbere ya Beka mu etaje y'uwitwa Jacobo, etaje ifatanye na station SP. Ikaze rero ni karibu. MU Insurance ni ya kera, imaze igihe iri gukora cyane kuko yahinduye izina. Mbere yitwaga Phoenix Insurance, ubu ngubu yitwa MU Insurance. Ikaze bakiriya beza, murakoze.